Greetings everyone, please get a moment to make sure everything's set on up. Is going. YouTube thumbnails update, Twitch appears to be going, Rumble. Oops, I forgot to update the stream information for Rumble. I really should look in the static IPs or the static addresses for Rumble. And there we go. Looks like YouTube, or no, Rumble should be booting up relatively soon. We'll probably take a couple moments. Let me double check my other computer. And looks like everything's set up. So let's go and get started. Of course, got a handful of replays. I think it may have been some sort of patch. I remember seeing an update for Age of Empires 3, so I wonder how many of these replays are going to be broken. It's something I don't really want to say. That's a little bit too sensitive. Wait, did they change this map? It's now an X. Wasn't it like straight across? Oh, I guess it was a wait. Okay, I'm out of it. Either way, let's go and get started. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn on the bottom right side is the blue Japanese. We have a Canadian. Spawn top left side as the red Japanese. We have Ironclad. Japanese mirror matchup. I believe this may be on the new patch. Oh, I'm getting hit by some lag spikes. And I'm pretty sure this map and then we used to have these trading lines in a X formation, so now they will be sharing crossways. So if one person, it'd be hard to secure a singular trade out. You'd have to share with your opponent if you want to upgrade stagecoach and things of that sort. We do now have the trade orchard going on up, and I did receive some lag spikes in the beginning. I wonder if that's because of the new patch. Is that because of my game being stupid? And red is immediately clicking from the cherry orchard here. It does click at a rate of 0.67, which is the same. Actually, slightly slower than these cherry orchards than the actual berry bushes. So it's actually better to collect up from the berry bushes. Yeah, or maybe it's different. Shrines produce passive food income, not improve the berry income. So why is this faster for one player? Was there some sort of treasure nearby that he got increased food income? It's because the trade orchard is not fully built? No, I'm not really sure. Maybe there's a bug in the replay. Let's switch between players. No, he's at points, he's at a higher rate compared to his opponent. Why is that? Let me know if you guys know why that's the case. Do Japanese build or collect faster from berry bushes if the trade orchard's not fully deployed in the field? Because these guys are collecting at the same rate from the trade orchard from the berry bushes. So I'm just not sure. And shrines, they only provide passive income if animals are grazing at it. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Here comes the cherry orchard. No, he's maintained a better collection rate. Why is this the case? Neither of them have... Okay, 13 versus 14. Yeah, that looks significantly different as well. Let's see, I just want to make sure. Yeah, 14 versus 14. Those a little bit variable. At 15 at a rate of 536. I don't know. Yep. Oh wait, maybe there was some sort of I wasn't paying attention to initial research, and maybe a market research he went for immediately. That's maybe what's the difference. I completely forgot about the market research. I don't know why, but he must have gotten, what was it called, like Eastern Medicine? I am a big idiot. Either way, we do have a deck selected by this player. New lands, that may be the name of the map. And looks like he has Ashikaru, Musketeer, and Yuumi attack increases. Intervention, Shared Orchards. Looks like it's definitely more of a Yuumi Archer deck. With some Naginatas or Ashikaru Marus do better melee damage against cavalry. So he's going for Yuumi Archer, Ashikaru Musketeer, with maybe some Naginata Riders to boot. His opponent has something similar. And he's going for the Mounted Archer, the Yabasume, or however you pronounce that, rather than Naginata Riders. Oh, we do also got 47 Ronin. That is an interesting revolt card. Both players immediately playing out Shared Orchard Rickshaw. There's one problem as well where I can't click on a person and see what research it is. I really wish I can see what research and everything could be deployed on the field. It would be so nice to have as a caster. I mean, it works for some structures, like if I click on the Sufi Mosque, so I don't know what causes it. Maybe can't see everything. Shrine now built over here. Blue's Perfect Forward has a single samurai here. Both went for Torii Gates. So both has a military rickshaw there versus the red samurai. We'll see if that lady will receive a foot to the face and some smell slashes. I'll push forward. Blue should win this fight. So they did some damage. We've also got a blue shrine here. Red's pulling out the shrine rickshaws. And oh wait, looks like those shrine rickshaws, not Shared Orchard rickshaws. My bad. And the shrine will be built. There is a small window that could throw some torches there. One of the explorers will go down, or Japanese monks. Divine Strike. Now got a round of blue musketeers deployed on the field. And there goes the explorer as well. Another round of musketeers here. This time for his opponent, Shimon Ashikaru or Yuumi Archer being pulled out by red for as a counter unit. Blue is bringing in some more shrine wagons and a chest of coin. My apologies if you hear my drink opening on up. Red does get some shots there, but the musketeers are split up. Blue divided and conquer. We now got more musketeers and shipment of Yuumi Archers. Yuumi Archers do have more bonus damage than a crossbowman, as well as more damage and more range, but not full skirmisher effects. Looks like both of Blue's explorers do go down. Red still has one explorer up. And Blue will fall back, has a handful of musketeers. Red has a decent force here, 12 units. More shrine wagons moving around, being pulled out to collect up the various local fauna. Local fauna are pretty safe this game. After all, nobody can hunt the meat. But they can hunt down shrines, delicious shrines. They're filled with fiber in the form of paper and wood. Another shrine going up there, because there's enough for 3 shrines this region. Not sure what he said. Blue does have another shipment available. And he could go for diplomatic intrigue. He doesn't have a whatchamacallit. Oh, he can age up as well. So let's see, what can he deploy on age 3? Maybe the 2 flaming arrows wouldn't be half bad. Get some anti-infantry artillery going. The Yuumi Archers wouldn't be half bad either. And looks like red has already got his what's it called? Consulate? I don't know why I'm butchering. I can't say anything this game. We got the consulate on the field, going for some of the Japanese warriors. 4 shrines being torched. He still has 100 spare population. His opponent has 150, so they have plenty of spare housing. Both of them. Now these forces moving around. They've got a couple more blue shrines over here, and a red shrine next to a blue shrine as well. Looks like blue shrine has nothing there. It does provide a tiny trickle of food. Musketeer stabbing away against the Japanese explorers, which I always forget what is their name, and does not get this explorer there with 1 health remaining. There are monks of some sort, right? Not Shaolin monks, that's the Chinese. Either way, sorry, I'm overthinking some stuff. Do not have a daimyo Masamune, or I don't know how to pronounce any name. Now pulled on the field, going for 2 flaming arrows. He did age up with the shogunate, which that's where he got the daimyo. Masamune. Blue's Explorer goes down once again. Flaming arrows will provide him a good amount of anti-infantry. Red is starting to torch down some more of the flanking. Using these clubmen, they do have 40 torch damage, which is pretty good torch. 1 population, 65 export. It's hard for me to convert export to other resources. After all, technically, it is, you only get 0.3 per second, but it is, of course, an additional free factor. Does receive a bit of fire there. Good hits there from these flaming arrows. They do 82 times 3 damage, so that's 246 damage. So those would be able to one-shot almost everything. Naginata Riders coming from the flank. He is using the Musketeers in melee mode. 2 of the flaming arrows have gone down. Has 2 more remaining. Gains some good damage. They only have 2 AoE, not great AoE, but they will put holes in many things. Flaming arrow shaped holes. We do now got some more Musketeers being caught up by the daimyo. And all the flaming arrows have gone down. And now the daimyo is receiving a bit of fire. He is classified as heavy cav, so the Yumi archers will do a lot less damage. We also got Disciplined Ashigarus. And both sides just want more military units. Of course, blue does have access to more powerful cards. 8 Ashigaru Musketeers be very useful. Right now, he may want to get out some Yumi Archer instead. It's a bit more of a counter unit. They may not have disciplined Yumi Archers. Got some undisciplined Naginata Riders pushing way forward. Sentries pushing way forward. Starting to go on down, drawing some decent amount of fire. Of course, we also got the Irregulars. They're a little bit weaker than Minutemen or Militiamen, but of course you can get them combined with the Sentries. More Naginata Riders pushing forward. He's trying to hunt down the daimyo. He's going to take a lot of free bullets. Or shot, I should say. Riflemen shoot bullets. Musketeers fire shot. Either way, he's stabbing the units as well. He does save the daimyo. And Red is starting to overrun. He has a lot of large number of high quality musketeers. And Red right now is not aging up in the time moment. He needs to go for more musketeers or Ashigaru or Yumi archers. Blah. They will do 30 damage per shot, and so they'll do they're still even less than his opponent's musketeers. These guys do cost 120. The archers do cost 105. So blue's gonna be a lot more cost effective. Able to do similar damage and have much higher, double the health. Red's starting to fall on back. Some these shrines could be torched down or slow down blue. Actuality, maybe a good idea for blue to bypass the shrines, go straight for the town center. As I just want to slow them down, it gave me time to regroup, reinforce. We now have some shinobi and more chariot rickshaws. And also, blue has all the export. He may not even have a constant on the field, so you can perhaps deploy diplomatic intrigue and get out the not level 1 shipment. I don't know what to call it. The medium shipment rather than the basic 6 shipment. The basic shipment. I don't know what on earth to call it. And we do have all these villagers now chopping down wood because they ran out of berries. There's now some berries. The shinobi are neither classified as heavy nor light. Oh no, they are classified as light. Huh, I could have sworn they were neither classified any, but they are siege units, so they take less damage from fortifications. The siege damage is basically musketeer. The damage is basically musketeer with a slight little bit of range bonus. These guys are basically musketeers, if you really think about it. Musketeers' base damage is what, 23 or 24? The range is of course 12 rather than 14. And Musketeer's base health is 150, which is these guys' base health as well. So yeah, the shinobi are just musketeers. We do now have the veteran Naginata Riders, who also got his own shinobi. Red's pushing forward. The disciplined Ashigarus are going to be way too cost effective. Going for around 7 Naginata Riders. Ooh, that's quite a bit. There's a good number of Naginatas now deployed in the field. Shipment on the way as well. This can put up to 12 Naginata Riders. And he's fighting against a composition of mostly Yumi archers, so Naginata Riders should do quite well. And they are Lancer variants, so they bonus damage versus infantry. So they will do bonus damage versus the Yumi archers and the shinobi. Naginata Riders push way forward. They rip apart Red's army. Blue's musketeers also very high quality at the moment. And that's probably going to be a game. Red is trying to go for more Yumi archers, which will not do well versus the Naginata Riders. Naginata Riders have been put on field, but they will not do well versus the Ashigaru Musketeers. And not to mention, they're still lower quality than disciplined, since they're undisciplined as well. We got sentries and irregulars not being pulled on field. It looks like almost all the sentries went down immediately, just leaving the irregulars. And yep, this game is ultimately over. More musketeers being shipped on in for blue. Yep, and looks like Red's just idle. They may be chatting, not exactly sure. And casting GG. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Greetings everyone, Angrade here for another HPARS 3 replays. On the south side as the blue Canadians, or blue Maltese, we have Canadian. Why do I keep on doing that with this guy's name? On the north side as the red Hosua, we have Iki2? I don't know how to pronounce that. Granary now going on up. Multiplayer is not such a deck. For when it comes to natives on the map, natives on the map, we got the House of Habsburg, which gives you some funny looking infantry, and the line infantry. Additionally, you can get out some Magyar Hussars from the big buttons, so it's a good idea to actually get these trading posts going. They will pay for themselves pretty quickly with these big buttons. Additionally, we got the Evazone and Boyars and Sacred Band infantry. No, neither side select a deck. I cannot speak. Does get the Crimean Cannon there.
Yes.
D&D building cannons. Nice. Versus Kankaru, probably a randomly generated name. You will gun down this just Desert's pikeman and steal his violin for 40 coin. Should have been worth wood. Violins are made of wood, right? We do now have a deck selected, including German tongue. Let's see, archaic stuff. Looks like I got archaic sword attack and hit points, as well as steel bolts, and archaic soldier combat. I really wish they would actually change this icon a little bit. They should just have like the swords icon here since it's archaic. Maybe to replace the firearms with swords, and then the sword with a crossbow. And the shield, maybe make it a bit more angular. I don't know. Something to mix up a little bit. And that's pretty much everything it for becomes unique. Looks like going for archaic. The Husua has a foreign name for a deck, which includes SC Sabotage. Sabotage an enemy building considerably slowing down its production cannot be used if that building is already affected by this ability. Wait, is that a big button building ability? That sounds interesting. It's like Pestilence in Age of Mythology, but sabotage an enemy building. Is that a one-time use ability? I have no idea. Like, reading this, like, is it something cast by the heroes? Is it a big button? I have no idea. I have just no idea. Gasina, so we'll get eye for the Akan Anakanobas, or how we pronounce that, because I can't pronounce anything. They'll just gather from mines and trees around universities 30% faster. Oh, that's not bad. Go great with a salty camel. Flexible, huntable, and herdables faster. Not bad. More Gyrots. There's a lot of Gyrots in this deck, isn't there? Gatling camels. Yep. Those like Anakan Kanobos and Gyrots is the theme for this deck. Probably gonna mix in some Fulani archers to go along with it. Oh, looks like it's collecting up wood for the German tongue now. Farmer stage now complete. He's going for selective breeding to fatten up his livestock quicker. He also has the trade builder. I didn't see what he aged up with, but he does not have the Songhai because I don't see the big the raid big button. University War Camp raid builder. University's build is affected by the town center, those bit of distance. But German tongue now being researched. Both players age 2. Does need a bit more housing space at the moment. He has villagers building up the house now. Right in time for the next villager. If he queues it up. He didn't queue up the next villager. Now I got the Palace of Mina now being deployed on out. Now I got snares, which I believe is the hunting upgrade. Marauding Cossacks here, guarding his Bandura, a Cossack Bandura. Gideon Rufa. Now the castle being built, which will give his university maxed out influence there. Wing and court construction now being put on field, as well as some pikemen. Got quite a bit of livestock here, don't we? We do now have the Ganasi, or however you pronounce that, which allow them to deploy them out as standard military units. Placard mines now being deployed on out. Definitely eyeing for Fortress. Exponent, not eyeing for Fortress at the moment. They get around a pikeman there, worried about any raiders. Of course, I got the German settler wagons now being put on the field. That will be his last one available. Looks like the Maltese player found the needle in the haystack. Okay, they age up to the Akin. And we got more Akin being pulled out on the field. Does get gunned down there. The bonus damage against cavalry, very useful right there. So when the Haosu player ages up, he will probably be a bit aggressive. These guys are weaker than standard musketeers in raw damage, but do have a slight amount of AoE and a little bit extra health. Hospitality research, which also makes your next hospital upgrade cheaper, as well as makes your next age up fast, which he's aging up with the Adventurer. He's going on an adventure. Akin's moving down south. Fortress Age now researched by the Hasua player. Maltese player will have his age up relatively soon, going with the Stagecoach as well. And right now, the Maltese player has a large amount of food. He's on age get his archaic units upgraded. Pikemen and crossbowmen. They'll just get gunned down. The AoE damage must have been very useful there. And he'll bash that man in the head as well. He gets some decent damage there. Another one does go down. Crossbows now engaging. They're not really a counter unit at this moment in time. Soft counter rather than hard counter. Equaling only plus 25% damage, so effectively giving them 20 damage. But if he sees his opponents going for these guys, he needs to go for steel bolts as soon as he can. This will improve his damage output on his crossbow and potentially by 75%. Oops. Actually, it's probably actually less than 75% because it'll go from plus 25% to plus 100%. So it'll be closer to probably like 60%. There's probably some sort of number to that. Veteran crossbow now being researched. He's going for steel bolts. Very nice. I say that is a good item. It will turn his crossbowman into a proper counter. It also gives him plus 2 range as well, getting him up to 18 range, which will be useful. They'll get additional damage, maybe additional volley before they receive a volley. Do now have some gear off supply in the field. They're ready to toot their horns. They're neither classified as heavy nor light. They're just infantry. And healing unit. Settler wagon push way forward. Got a good number of crossbowmen being employed back here, but we've got these forces here. Crossbowmen will spot these forces. Settler wagon as well. Settler wagon taking some fire.
Yes.
And I was trying to build some more field hospitals on the map. Field hospitals are dirt cheap. What are they, 100? Yep. Alright, push way forward. The pikeman not going to be super useful in this situation, but he does keep them around so he doesn't get hit by raiders. Does pull back the pikeman as well. Very good.
Ready.
We got these forces pushing up north. We do now have the townsend here. Not a whole lot of pikemen, but he doesn't have to worry about any defensive fires, and he doesn't have villages garrison the inside. Just need to keep those pikemen fine, and he'll easily torch this thing down. Also needs to make sure they're not hitting the town center. They have horrendously bad siege damage of 12. Though their siege damage can do bonus damage versus heavy infantry. I'm not sure why. That's from the steel bolts upgrade. Pikeman sticking him back to get some more torch damage there. Very nice. Falconets probably wouldn't be half bad in this situation either, but crossbowmen are definitely deployment. He's also going for a good number of pikemen. He maybe ought to go for a base race situation. Pikemen do offer good torch damage, right now at 38. Now I also got the archaic sword of combat. If you ever wonder if you should go for attack or health without knowing if you need to do some sort of exact mathematics to avoid them dying or killing, generally I would say attack is better than health due to the fact that if you kill your opponent quicker, it reduces the amount of damage you receive. And thus your attack upgrades can be better than the defense upgrades. That's a weird fun fact I learned from apparently StarCraft 2. Or in the campaign, you get like vanadium plating versus the other one, ultra capacitors, in which the ultra capacitors just give you extra damage, which means your guys stay alive longer because they kill your opponent faster. So defense is, or offense is, the best defense.
I feel a bit strengthened.
Granary took massive damage there, only has 600 health. These guys do also have 18 siege attack range, which actually is quite significant. I have a very good number of crossbowmen there. He needs some more raiders, or I suppose getting falconets is not that easy for him. Okay, there's just so many crossbowmen. They're actually doing decent work. Probably because the extra range allows them to stack up their damage pretty quickly, as opposed to trying to get a 6 range at 18 range. Did that also steal bolts? How do these have 18 range on them? There must have been some sort of upgrade of this. Pikeman now engaging. Got a good number of lifted knights here to try and engage the crossbowmen. And there goes town center. Pikemen largely ripped apart there. Do now have some League Magadis, which are mercenary unit. They are heavy infantry. They offer good damage. 43 damage and 300 health. So the crossbowman will get some good damage against them. Liffin Knights now engaging. He's out of pikemen. Liffin Knights who offer mixed range resist.
I feel a bit strengthened.
Pikemen gain some good damage on the Lifted Knights. The Blue Storm pushes way forward quite nicely. More pikemen being pulled up by the Maltese. Yeah, this is +2 range attack for the Seal Bolts. I didn't say anything about greatly increasing siege range. Volley mode, defender mode, stagger mode. Oh, enable siege attack action. There's the word I was looking for. That was not realizing what I was looking for. The Grandmaster does go down. Lifted Knights are engaging. Lifted Knights offer similar damage to a Hussar, but they offer a bit more health and durability. Got some more of the levied gunners being put on the field, so there's some influence on that. Well, if all the Lifted Knights have gone down. Another round of Lifted Knights pulled on out. Let's see, going for a mercenary unit here, as well as more Lifted Knights. That's these Amazons. They offer 35 damage, 20 range, right? So they're close to light infantry. They are light infantry, mercenary light infantry, offering good damage and excellent multipliers. Like, what was it, 350% multiplier against heavy, which that would be useful against the pikemen. If you can deal with the pikemen, then you can just go ahead and start taking the crossbow of Lifted Knights. Or these Amazonians push way forward. They actually do less damage versus all infantry, so they actually are pretty weak versus crossbowmen. That's a weird unit. And they're not range shock as well, so they're not some sort of Eagle Roller Knight variant. They're meant to be... Oh yeah, that also stacks the massive multipliers and plus minus 50% damage. I don't know if it multiplies together or they combine together. Who's not pushing forward? Has a good number of pikemen here for torch damage. That castle went down pretty quickly, or a palace. Oh, look at this. There is a lot of livestock here. He's been overdone livestock, hasn't he? His livestock value is at 60%. He has just way too much livestock. Oh, he just sold them all? Okay, I'm not sure. There's an upgrade that can change all your livestock at once, so maybe that's what he did. But yeah, he has over 3,000 influence, so he went for the upgrade to change all your livestock at once. But now he has 3,000 influence, which is quite a bit, but he's going to have trouble deploying it all. He does have a palace over here. Not enough really population space. Falconet's getting hit by the Grandmaster. Herots, Anakin Nobles firing away. Lifted Knights in the back line. Needs good damage. The pikemen do have 50% siege armor against in stagger mode. And some are closing on in. One of the Falconets have gone down. More pikemen just streaming on in. Right now, just swarm his opponent with garbage units. And looks like Red does back of the game now. As Angrade saying, "Thick watching," and on to the next replay. Oh, that is way too sensitive. Greetings everyone, and great here with another Age of Empires 3 replay. So on the bottom right side as the blue French, we have Mortiskanen. Oh, I butchered that. Spot on top left side as the red Husua, we got Denden. And which we do have, you know, this map seems a little bit more green last time I remember. I know there's been a recent patch, but look at the minimap. Was this map used to be all yellow and brown and not green? Must be going crazy. Either way, for natives and map, we do have the very important water buffalo, or the yaks. They tend to talk back, so make sure you eat them quite quickly. We do now have the goats being collected up there as well. And, oh, the livestock's going to be very important for Husua, so he should really to get the livestock. This will be very useful for the livestock market. When it comes to other natives map, got the Sudanese, as well as the Berbers, which includes my favorite native unit of the game, the Salty Camel. Sadly, you can't get 2 Salty Camels by having both trading posts. You can only get 1 Salty Camel. So you can't let the salt flow a lot. You're gonna have to punch your opponents in the face and get some salty tears if you want more salt. We do now have a deck selected by the Husua, or Hausa, or however you pronounce it. We got Standardate. I don't know what that means. Standard DT. Standard, I think. Let's see, we got Pokali code, fast collection rate. Hand cavalry. So it's probably gonna age up the Songhai. So got a cavalry deck. Counter cavalry tactics and Fulani archer combat, and Magazawa to get your Gyros and inflict more damage. Changes all your Sanka and other cattle for influence, replace them with unfattened cattle. But yeah, let's got some sort of cavalry deck here. The French has the 1 semi-fast industrial, which does include fur trade. This is more of a treaty card, but it may be quite useful. In order to make that useful, let's see, turns all your food into a great amount of coin, which is a great shipment. The only thing that's you can get better shipment than that is probably any sort of like food and wood, if that even exists. Probably does, maybe not. For after all, food collects up faster than coin, and wood collects up the slowest of all the resources. We do also have the Edicts of Nanites. Oh, got higher Swiss pikemen, which should be pretty useful against the opponent's cavalry deck. I also really love Swiss pikemen. I remember playing Age of Empires 3, not Defend Edition. I remember winning game, revolting as a Dutch, and just spamming out Swiss pikemen, since my opponent kept on spamming out cavalry. So I have a bias towards Swiss pikemen. They do one job and do it very well. We also got Bourbon Allies, which gives you Royal Musketeers, which is a native unit, not a mercenary unit. Also, a lot of cannon in Age 4. Dragoon stuff. Age up to the Quartermaster. His opponent aging up to the Songhai. I guessed that correctly. And the wood livestock market's almost maxed out. It may be a good idea to actually withdraw this sooner. After all, you do have plenty of extra livestock there. You could try pulling away his cattle to let the... and then trade in a goat. And it would probably be better to prematurely trade in a goat than trade in a yak. Kumba does go down, and we'll learn Hakuna Matata. It's a wonderful phrase. University now going on up. And a shipment of couriers and coin. And some steel traps. Filters here, shipment available. He could... Oh, going for the palace. I mean, I was thinking that he may go for raiders, combined with a raider big button. War camp now deployed on the field. Buff Hausa, please, is named the Emir. I don't know. I've always heard Hausa does quite well, but then again, that's with a lot of different patches. I think some patches are really good, some patches are not that great. Ooh, got quite a bit of spoilage on the yaks. Nope, they won't be talking back. Raiders roll. Sorry, that's a StarCraft 2 reference. Either way, we got some idle couriers. He's not gotten for a fur trade shipment just yet.
Bonjour.
These villagers the French villagers only have range resist, not melee resist like other villagers. In fact, with their higher health, they actually have the same durability compared to other villagers against melee attacks. Of course, they do have gun, which means they're better at the Second Amendment than most other civilizations. We got a trading post here as well, so we may see... Actually, maybe eyeing for the Berber nomads. The Salty Camel is not bad. If you're having... He's going for Fast Industrial. Going for the Salty Camel won't be actually half bad if you're going Fast Industrial, so you can go for coin nearby your town center rather than eventually on the map. If you're really... Because Fast Industrial tends to make it a little bit more vulnerable to other things. Doing a great job on the villagers there, gunning them down. Only 8 villagers inside the town center. Make that 20 now. Getting some great damage there. Great micro. He may want to eye for the blunderbuss research. Because right now that 8 damage, they can get up to what? 11? Church now being torched. We of course have the Edicts of Nanites. I know it's Nanites or however I pronounce it. I play too much Stellaris, so it's Nanites. Some words I purposely butcher, like the Machu Picchu for the Incans. That's just the old reference between, or joke between me and my friend. We used to play crap out of Civ 5, and we always put some, if we ever butcher names, we just go full on butcher. Like the Chichen Itza, which we call it to the chicken pizza. No, I don't think I ever had chicken on a pizza. Maybe some barbecue pizzas I had chicken on it. I actually have some pizza next to me right now. No chicken. But barbecue pizzas are not bad. Basically, they swap out the barbecue tomato sauce or whatever tomato sauce to barbecue sauce. It basically doubles the calories of the pizza, but it is pretty good. Additionally, it's something I found as well. Barbecue sauce stays hot for longer. Same thing with cheese. Cheese and barbecue sauce both stay hot for a very long time. Red is really torching down the housing there. He's using the Second Amendment. Still doesn't seem like he has the Second Amendment. The US should really get a card called the Second Amendment to make their villagers really good in combat. We have some halberdiers here. You can help engage the raiders, but they're not going to be great versus Fulani archers. Gamera's pulling field. Another house gets torched. He has plenty of pair houses. Falcon nets are not a good idea. He's fighting against cavalry. I really disagree with the Falcon nets. Sure, they can take out those Fulani archers quite nicely. Then you can probably focus on the halberdiers, engage the raiders, but still, yeah, no thanks. More halberdiers been pulling in field. So I got this coin mine. It is depleting relatively quickly, of course. He does not have his opponent has destroyed the trading post there, so can't get out any salty camels. For those who don't know, the salt camel here constructs a salt mine. A salt mine is a coin deposit with 10,000 coin in storage, and I don't think it has any reduced collection rate. Gold mines in comparison have 5,000. Gem mines have like 200,000. At that point, they should just set it to infinite. If somebody collects up all the coin from gem mine, something gone really wrong or really right. Good hits there. More Halberdiers from Point Field, as well as some gang saws. You now have the caravan trade, as well as more villagers, of course. Another shipment is almost available. The French is at H3, the Hausa is at H2. The Falconets are a pretty good asset. I take that back. He's still fighting against a majority of cavalry. They will help engage those Fulani archers very nicely. But that's about it. They got a good hit on the cavalry. Raiders are classified as heavy. And so, the bombards don't do any less damage. And I suppose 100 damage times 2 means they can actually do okay against the Raiders. Raiders are a lot more squishy than I always remember. French Explorer does go down. How's the livestock market going? You can get some more coin relatively soon. I just saw a cow disappear. I think he actually got some more wood there. The French has almost enough coin to age on up. Needs a lot more food. Okay, his villagers are way back here, collecting up the zebras. And some of the premium emus. He's going for industrial age. You know, the Swiss pikeman seems pretty good to me right now. Bourbon allies, these are Royal Musketeers, which are a musketeer variant, of course, so they will be decent versus the cavalry as well. Going with the Bourbon allies wouldn't be half bad as well. You also set them veteran, not guard status, or champion when it comes to natives. Now he can age on up, and now eyeing for the engineer, which gives him a fort, right? I may be mistaken about that. He is way outnumbered. He has halberdiers, which are nice and all, but there's a lot of Fulani archers. Those falconets going to have a lot of work in front of them. Yeah, I think he should eye for the Bourbon allies. Are you sure you don't want to age? He wants to stay young forever. Fulani archers do have almost full skirmisher multipliers. The damage is a little bit less than a skirmisher, but the course costs 105. But they do have double attack speed, so they're very similar to skirmishers. Young guard now being flown to field, which will get some grenadiers. That'll be very useful. He's gone for a heavy amount of food. Maybe, I'm not sure what these cards or upgrades cost. They may take food. Yeah, it looks like they're consuming food. Middle guard now being flown to field, so we get a good number of grenadiers. 22, 3, 12, and 3. I'm pretty sure this increases yep, does give them actually a little more splash radius as well. So a bit much more effective versus those Fulani archers. Fulani archers took a nice volley there. Middle guard advanced way forward. German riders are not going to be super great. Ooh, they're really stacked on up. We got 4 falconets as well. All of them still up and going. It's good volley there. Halberdiers, most same life. These couriers need to fall back. And now got some Berber nomads being shipped on in, or being deployed. It's at almost 2,000 food as well. He may be eyeing for the fur trade relatively soon, as well as Polish eye for some more housing as well. This will give him like, was it 150% or 125% coin? Look at the exact amount. So his next shipment may be that, or he could eye for some factories. Oh, the engineer must have got out 2 falconets. And now he's going for the old guard. How much will that give him? That is a good number of musketeers. They have 60% range resist, get additional 10% range resist. They also had the grenade rifles, which will give them a little bit less range AoE splash. We'll give them +2 range, and like I said as well, they have plus 10% damage resistance to all weapon damage type. They also get 14 siege range as well. There goes that trading post very quickly. They also played a bit too much Team Force 2, so now they can use Ultra Pool Kavirs as melee and explode themselves and their opponent. Heavy cannon now being shipped on in and plant some skirmishers. Shipment of influence. He's gone to H3. Not sure what a politician went for, or whatever it's called for the SUA. Elite hand cavalry, elite range warriors, falconets. But this is a large amount of artillery and AoE damage. He will rip apart. This amount of AoE may even pose a threat to even cavalry. Not really. So as all 4 falconets and now the 2 heavy cannon live, that's just a lot of artillery with all. He's going to become Michael Bay with all those explosions. More Fulani archers, more culverins. Culverins can be very useful. The SUA has stored up quite a bit of resources. He maybe eyeing start aging on up. Gonna go for more Fulani archers. He has 150 population versus 149, so very similar numbers, but definitely higher quality over here. Takes out Falcon out there and splashes down the heavy cannon quite nicely. Another Falcon that goes down. That's a great pick there. Girots get grenaded. After all, the grenade launch is greater than the musical instrument. And those raiders are getting exploded. Fulani archers getting annihilated. They don't really stand a threat versus this many grenades. Handful of skirmishers there, which would be a good counter to the Javelin Riders, but that's about it. He has pulled back his cannon. He has separated his halberdiers from this group as well. Javelin Rider gets annihilated. Fulani archers getting hit quite hard as well. They're just disintegrating on all that AoE. Halberdiers trying forward to hit the raiders. Got some lift and nice score in the field as well. He has to line heavy cab. And he's starting to take out all the halberdiers. Heavy cannons firing away. Lift and Knights being picked on off as well. There's so much cavalry here. The skirmishers will be useful against the Javelin Riders. Grenadiers and Javelin Riders are going to be on equal footing, being poor. All the cannon just goes down there, all the heavy and all the falconets. Now it's like just the Javelin Riders there. The skirmishers will be good against them. Javelin Riders do, of course, they will do 60% less damage against these Grenadiers, while the Grenadiers will do 60% less damage versus the Javelin Riders. So equally poor on both sides. Factory's now being pulled on the field. I'm always biased towards heavy cannon, but he's fighting against a cavalry force. So heavy cannon not the way to go. He has actually a nice balance of resources. He may be eyeing for a revolt at the current rate. He has both factories up on the field. Nothing here I would say he must get before revolting. He could perhaps eye for the fur trade, but not really necessary. Grenadiers and skirmishers got separated. They may need a fight. This is not horrible engagement by blue. Takes out a massive round of Fulani archers there. Albineers push way forward, hitting the various cavalry, French villagers in the region as well. Really bad engagement there by blue. And great engagement there by red. Is more the apt term, I would say, since he found his opponent out of position. Some of his villagers starting to go down. The French villagers down to 35. His opponent's at 47. Albineers push way forward. He's going for pioneers. He wants his extra healthy hit points on his villagers. There's a round of dragoons. No, that's the cuirassiers. They're just veteran, not guard. So, and the Javelin Riders will do some great damage there. All the cuirassiers do go down. The French has a good amount of resources. Dora stabilize. I just have really good feeling he's going to revolt. All the resources are just even. It just screams revolt time. Javelin Riders being shipped on in. Falconet. Let's just keep the French players selected. Going for more villagers. Oh, I know the French could go for Canada. Oh, there's revolt. Revolutionary France. So the French are going to revolt to French, which sounds about right. Let's get a mortar here. Villagers are still existing. They're the whatever that is. They do embrace the Second Amendment. They're basically skirmishers at this point in time. They do have the red berets. Gunpowder, range infantry, but neither light nor heavy. Better fighting than gathering resources. They still cost 100, which is actually cheaper than regular villagers, aren't they? Deploying out a group of them from the town center, I'm assuming. Trying to lose some of those villagers here. Yep, some of them didn't change animation, so they stopped collecting. Interesting little bug there. Grenadiers and skirmishers push way forward. These guys are basically skirmishers, but not really. They do bonus damage for heavy, and that's it. Among some other not really important stuff like pets. So he's good against your pet dog. But 23 damage is quite significant. Do you offer good siege damage as well? Make some good damage there. They of course have increased health thanks to Pioneers, so they are classified as a villager, getting affected by villager upgrades, I think. Or maybe not. It's going for milk. The cannery. Looks like milk to me. More villagers being deployed on in. I wonder if they retain the multipliers as well. Blue's starting to lose quite a bit of force here. Got the cannon not engaging. Blue's having a bit of trouble. Bringing some more revolutionaries, yet they do get all the villager upgrades. Right now it's just having some trouble. Factories under fire by the single falcon and the culverins. One factory should go down. He does not have any replacement factory. No, he does actually have a replacement factory. You can lose one factory. No, already sent this card, so you can't redeploy that card out. More of the revolutionaries on field. There's the revolutionaries. They do bonus damage against all cavalry at range. Some proper revolutionaries. That'll help engage this opponent's cavalry force, so that is a good card at the moment. One from Mercantilism to get another shipment on in. He will save all the factory, but like I said, he can't get this factory card because technically he's already shipped it on in. Advances a French Revolution to a new era of powerful shipments for your deck. So you can go to age 5, an secondary revolutionary age. Well, that's a French Revolution. Storming the Bastille gives his villager stuff extra siege damage and siege armor. Called Supreme Being gives gain more XP from training units, and other players receive less experience from killing yours, and make them gather 20% faster, which is more than just slightly. Branding Robespierre frightens enemy soldiers and give more experience when defeating them. Guillotine. Guillotine. Receive a fraction of food coin from economic units who lost so far this game. And your villager unit inflicts more damage against heroes. And cantineers. Field hospitals can be built in greater numbers and field hospitals generate food. There's a gathering rate of the same villager stuff. A lot of good villager cards and more food-based stuff as well. National Guard ships 2 revolutionary for each shipment so far this game, so that's a good shipment. Get the Haudenosaunee shipment there. Receive some revolutionaries and coins of credit for each trading post you own. And ships a number of European native units. So definitely focus on the villager stuff. There's the guillotine for 1,500 resources. It should be a direct deposit as well. Or... oh, it's coin of wood, not food. Revolutionaries not engaging. Got a good number of revolutionaries. One archers engaging. The revolutionaries are classified as heavy infantry. These villager variants don't do bonus damage for flying archers, since they're not heavy. Gonna push his way back. He'll break through all the cavalry. He has a lot of good units versus cavalry. These guys may not be good bonus damage versus cavalry, but 23 damage is still pretty good. One for revolutionaries does ×2, up to a 48 damage against cavalry, which is quite significant. And nice thing as well, these are villagers. They are very cost effective right now. They cost 100 each, and you can deploy them in groups at your town center. And 100 resources for a 300 health villager that can also click up resources in between combat. That is very good. So a farming economy can be very good for the revolutionary French, since that gets more food to pull out some more stuff. He still needs some wood. Maybe he has 1,000 wood, so he perhaps could pull out another 2 town centers. Revolutionaries not coming forward for a harassment. This would be a great opportunity to shoot down some villagers. And remember as well, his villager variant can't shoot other villagers. They do 25% less damage, or 75% less damage versus villagers. So he has to use these revolutionaries for this, to gun down the civilians. They also get double damage for his artillery, which is nice, but his bonus will be only deploying out counter artillery, so not critical. Like I said, I think it's a good idea to build out another town center or two. Then you can set his factory to produce wood for the various structures he may need. Let's see, you can also get some Berber nomads and a salty camel. Wait. Oh, the French should really eye for the Berber kings of desert. All villagers gain more hit points. That should give his villager variant additional 35% hit points. And it gives Burma Nomads anti-cavalry damage and anti-shock. That's interesting. Yeah, another hero there. Grants a city trickle of coin. Not sure what the rate. Maybe decent. And the other one. Pretty sure one of these ones gives more villager capacity, right? I may be thinking the a different African native then. It may be the Kuz Balash. Because I think Sharia can give you more villager capacity. Maybe I'm mistaken with a different one entirely. Either way, we got more revolutionaries from Polana Field from the town center. Oh, these guys don't have a population cap. Wait, they're also up to 120 food. Oh, wait, no, that's what the Husua looking at. Husua. Yep. Oh, he's maxed out at 80. That's why he's going for revolutionaries. Ooh, does take a nice volley there. And as well, these villagers need too dangerous for artillery, which help overcome the range armor a little bit. Or quite significantly, I should say. More revolutionaries to flood on the field. He has a lot of food and coin. He could advance to next to Napoleon. We get the Napoleon. More revolutionaries on the build queue. These guys neither classify as heavy nor light, so the flying archers won't get their bonus damage. Barracks takes some damage, but it's not really critical, and he's going for the Napoleonic era. Not sure how that exactly looks, but we'll find out soon enough. Outside his head is taking some abuse. And right now, he's having trouble. He has plenty of food for deploying out stuff. He really should have got a secondary town center. Oh wait, we do have secondary town center being built over here now. But really should have gotten for another one earlier. Another round of revolutionaries. Revolutionaries, of course, are a little bit weaker against the Fulani archers and the villager variant. We also got the militia being flown in the field. And now he's advanced to the Napoleonic era. Which is a whole bunch of new cards here. Imperial upgrades. French Royal Army. Grenadier troops. Enables grenadiers to mine, chop wood, and construct selection buildings. There's a lot of stuff here. But overall, Blue's starting to get overran. Got more towns being built there. He has quite a bit of food reserve, so he needs more town centers. Factory, he's going for feudal armies. Over here, we do now have the 100 days. 7 musketeers for each unit we lost to 100. So he's going to get 100 musketeers. But they have 30% less hit points and damage. So this is a Brazilian level span. Got some cuirassiers now playing field, going for the guard musketeer research to get them really bumped up. Gonna move faster, fire faster. Imperial Old Guard significantly improves grenadiers resistance. To get even more armor to go along with Old Guard? Jeez, they have 70% range resist. And now we've got the veteran musketeers counterattacking. Yep, they are significantly weaker. Bro attacks not being shipment. Classic 100 musketeer shipment. They do have, of course, their bayonets. They do 33 damage against the raiders. Raiders do 27 damage with some multipliers in return. Flyers are going to have a lot of targets in front of them. And now the guard musketeer is still being researched, which will greatly improve this quality, I believe. Brassiers engaging, gains some good damage. Grassier is now being picked up off, being stunned by the Gironts. There's a guard musketeers, getting a lot more quality in these musketeers. When you have 100 of them deployed out in one shipment, it's probably a good idea to get the guard shipment. You know, if you may not deploy them more out. More French villagers not being deployed on the field. We also got a large number of levied bowmen here. They do have more decent attack speed. They may attack, let's see, they attack speed with lower health, but the multiplier is more similar to a crossbowman. They don't really matter what they shoot against, as long as they shoot against something. Blue has fallen back. Red still has quite a bit of infrastructure here. He has got to deploy a good number of fields. His villagers are collecting out 0.6 food right now. Royal tax not being shipped on in. He now has a pair of falconets. Royal tax. I'm not sure what royal tax was. And now we do have the Egyptian mercenaries giving some Mamluks and Gatling camels. That's a lot of mercenaries being shipped on in. A very precise number there that must reference a year. I mean, that's related to royal tax, not sure. Flying archers doing some good damage there. Now it's going to have a good number of Gatling camels and Mamluks. Mamluks are a 1,500 health Hussar. And the Hasua just aged up, so he's been fighting against a big age deficit. His opponent's basically Revolutionary 2. Gatling camels or mounted Gatling gun. They should be very effective versus these Fulani archers. They have 30% range resist rather than what 50% range resist that US Gatling guns get. Send our horsemen push me forward. Levied spearmen now being deployed in the field. Very nice. They can be useful against those heavy cavalry. Castle now in the fire, or palace. Centaur horsemen and large have been cleaned on up. I think all the Gatling camels have gone down as well. Castle or palace has gone down. Fulani archers doing still good work. They are elite Fulani archers at the moment, not champion. And the villagers are pushing way forward. He has, I think he's brought in the rest of his villagers. He's only has 16 villagers on food and 0 villagers deployed on the field. Fulani archers still doing some good work there. And then Napoleonic French is going to be running out of units pretty quickly. Some of his villagers are starting to get gunned down now. Fulani archers still doing some great work there. That's another group of raiders. They will be reasonable against these villagers. Now we've got a round of Yorboro Esther Riders, which are mercenary heavy cav with excellent range and melee resist. They offer great damage and their health is not good. At 320 for a mercenary. Oh, they're actually a native, not mercenary. They just have really high resistances for a native unit. Blue's army has been cleaned on up. Red has stabilized. Red has 87 villagers on the field. Needs to be retasked, which they are actually being tasked. The French has some artillery, some horse guns, and heavy cannon. And getting a good amount of coin collected and some wood. Needs a lot more food at the moment.
laisser. Je ne peux pas bouger.
Good hit there by the Fulani archers. The artillery will rip them all apart. So I'm just trying to think what on earth he should ship on in. Maybe flying battery? I have no idea. Fixed gun, set speed to 0. Because it adds 1 point and speed to artillery units and they have to make sure the fixed gun doesn't move. I don't know why, that's just funny to me. Of course, the French has lost its factory, so can't throw any more cannon other than the lesser cannon. Mounted riflemen may be actually decent. They're range heavy cav. Yeah, he should actually go for mounted riflemen. That should be very effective for Fulani archers. I believe they do bonus damage versus all infantry at range. And they're heavy range calves, so they take less damage from Fulani archers than melee. Oh, the elite raiders now have 1 AoE to attack as well. Good Culverin barrage there, takes out 1 heavy cannon. Culverin Royale as well, so they will one-shot horse artillery. And some damage on the riders, or raiders. The Hausa player has all trading posts on the field. You could try for a trade monopoly victory if the French player turtles in too much. He has a decent amount of resources, barring food. He's probably expending too many villagers on the front line. Seeing he has more villagers here, he could collect those berries if he's able to secure the area. It looks like Red is going to overwhelm his opponent. The French just took too many losses to villagers. All the villagers do go down. Got some more horse artillery here. Perhaps he should try building some mills. You know, get a good steady supply of food back at home. He is collecting still more good number of berries in the field. But yeah, these guys do collect up slower, don't they? That's 0.6 is basically what that's actually what the farms are currently, or the fields are currently collecting up now. And now got the shipment of Bosniaks. I don't think Blue can win this game. Red's economy is existing. And actually has some Berber nomads on the field as well. Got crop rotation now researched, which should make his field collection even better. Or that may have been the, whatchamacallit, the gold collection better. Bosniaks are pushed way forward, are a good Lancer variant. They're receiving a good number of promotions. He will take out all the Fulani archers. And he actually has stabilized things to those Bosniaks. Going for a massive round of Javelin Riders and some cows. Livestock market is at decent value, just very far from being fattened up. Bosniaks are going to be properly countered. And I think Blue does back the game now. This Grade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Before I get started next replay, I do need to restart the game to prevent the sound bug. And when it starts loading back up, I do need to use the restroom. Please give me one moment. My apologies, I'm back. Got 2v2. A little bit too sensitive. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 3 replays. On bottom left side as the blue Maltese, we have Canadian. Spawn as the yellow Ottomans, we have Elmo. Spawn on the right side as the magenta Ottoman, we have Fulu, I think. And spawn as the red Mexicans, we have a foreign name. And for the foreign name, we do have a foreign name for the general. Fox being for the magenta Ottoman. Not sure what Fox will reference. To me, at first I thought it was going to be Foxbat, which is a name of Russian aircraft. As for the Grandmaster, we got D&E building cannons. And over here we do have Yuri Muhammad, which is probably a randomly generated name. Oh, we do have a deck here. This is the yellow Ottoman. Looks like Silk Road. Looks like it won't be a fast fortress. Maybe fast industrial. A lot of resource cards there. Not a lot of military cards. The Ottoman player, we got the Rush deck. Doesn't include Azap's Janissaries standard shipments there, which could also be a fast fortress as well. Maybe fast fortress Rush. Maltese. No deck selected just yet. There's a shipment available. Got German Tongue. Looks like archaic deck. And for the Mexicans, we're probably going to see a Revoltor 3. Let's see. We do have Ranchos, Naples, Haciendas of Spawn, Cuartos. Age 1. Land grab. We may see sort of Hacienda deck here. And honestly, this doesn't look like it's going to be a revolt. So it looks like we got a Hacienda deck. And Buckpelek, I don't know how to pronounce that. Giving his soldados, transform soldados to transform soldados. And also get some slightly more range. Ships 500 coin. Villagers gather coin from all sources faster. That's basically the mint variation. Exile Mill, yeah, it looks like it's a Hacienda deck. That's interesting. Cantinas. I thought Cantinas was like a... Oh yeah, it's saloons or theater houses that's age 2. He's going to be aging up to... Also, okay, he's going to age up to the Cuarto, or how we pronounce that. Over here, we got the Quartermaster. Over here, we got the Quartermaster. And over here, we got the Quartermaster. So, we got 3 massive quarters and a state, a Mexican state. The Querétaro. Very fine coat, hunting dogs, and placard mines. Market now being built here. Villager shipment still aging up and still aging up. You'll see that bears increase your hit points of your explorer, which may also apply to his padre, doesn't it?
¿Quién busca salvación?
Looks like it does apply to the Padre. He has a shipment available. The Quartaro gives you Agrita reforms. Your next federal state grants you reward twice. And the Hacienda plus 20% of 20 population per Hacienda. It's not a bad card. If you think about it, this card will give you a Hacienda, which is worth 600 wood, and provides you 20 population cap, which is effectively 2 additional 200 wood. So this is basically 800 wood card. Not bad for age 2. And he's revolted. God revolted the Central Americans. More trading posts being built by Team Southside. Bring shipment of wood and coin. I think he's going for a fast return to Mexico. He has a lot of villagers collecting up wood. What do you need? 1,000? He has compiled some revolutionaries. Never mind. Obus guns. Janissaries being pulled out by Magenta. And some pikemen by the Maltese. Of course, got some infrastructure here. A artillery foundry plant, Obus guns. Hospitals pulling out some crossbows and pikemen. And the commander here pulling out a settler wagon and his donkey. Artillery boundary is being built. Here's some crossbow fire. Janissaries now engaging. Janissaries do also have 15 melee damage, so they will be better than pikemen in melee. And they actually are better than crossbow in melee as well. Their multiplier against heavy is weak. Falconets now being pulled out by the Central American. Grandmaster taking some fire. Crossbow push way forward. Janissaries don't really need to fear much from him, especially when the Padre in general taking some fire. But they do need to fear the Obus guns. Obus guns push forward. Now there's a round of Falconets by the Mexican, and that's going to cause some severe damage. But Obus guns getting some good counter attack there. Obus guns, they do less damage versus artillery, but they do also bypass the 75% range assist from the artillery. But it does take them all out. 50% less damage against artillery does hurt quite a bit, or lack of hurting. But able to bypass a little bit extra of armor wouldn't hurt as well, or resistance. Hospital taking some fire, building out some more crossbowmen. More revolutionaries and falconets here, and going for Shimmer Coin. You now have the Sebeki being deployed and out by the yellow Ottoman players, eyeing for the increased hit points on Obus guns. Blue does not have steel bolts, he's not age 3. We've also got now this, oh, the Grenadiers throwing some grenades. And getting some great damage there. Takes out those falconets, very nice. These guys will have less range armor than other Grenadiers, but have siege armor. They also do double damage with artillery, so they're very good to support the Obus guns against artillery. Great fall there by those falconets. Now got the mosque researched by the yellow Ottoman. The magenta Ottoman is just eyeing for more Janissaries. He has his villager upgrades, at least increased capacity.
I am sorely grieved. I may not steer her.
Trimmer crossbows not being brought in for the Maltese player. Falconets being plotted by the Central Americans. Right now, the Central American economy is largely stalling out. There's around the Falconets. Right now, he's just focusing, it looks like, on wood and coin collection in order to put more Falconets. Trying to push forward with the Grenadiers. They do have, of course, that little bit of range resist. Gets great volley there. Takes out one Falconet. The other one takes some damage. Turning around. Finds a good volley there. That little bit extra of siege armor is very useful. And there goes the Falconets again. Crossbows and pikemen here in very good numbers with some obvious gun support. Obvious guns do have 18 range, which is great to go behind those crossbowmen. Some Grenadiers are here. They offer great siege damage of 50. Crossbowmen offer very poor siege damage. You know, obvious guns provide some, but not great amount. Now I got some delis spawn field. Pikemen are here, but they are now down. He's going to focus fire down the delis. Just try to kill them off the good old-fashioned way. A lot of bullets and bolts. More delis being pulled on the field. He does have a number of pikemen here for escort. Magenta's delis are starting to go on down. And Magenta is back out of the game, and Yellow backs out of the game now, or Red. The Sand Gray saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Age of Empires 3 replay. So on the bottom right side has the red Portuguese, we have Gustavo, FB. On the left side as the blue Mexicans, we have Kinda Cat. No deck selected, and no deck selected. When it comes to names of map, do you have the Jesuits, who give you the fan favorite Conquistador. And also they do support gunpowder units, don't they? Yeah, gunpowder troop and cavalry plus 10% damage, so better hope you're not playing Aztecs or Incan.
Atención.
Blue will kill the blind monk and steal his fragrant cinnamon. What else is supposed to the blind monk to collect? You just stole his hobby of senses. Let's see. Red is engaging some local kitty cats to steal their spruce trees I'd like to lounge about on. You monster. Hunting doggos being researched. Local kitty cat does go down. Now these lions are pushed way forward and do fall their way back. You do now have Federators being reached by the Portuguese. He's gone for MEU deck. I don't know what that stands for. Of course, do have gunpowder attack that go great with the Jesuits. Possible, improve the hit points of your Hussar, Pikemen, Halberdiers, and Spies. Organ guns, refrigeration. Looks, that's actually an unusual card. Spice, no, that's somewhat common. Nothing too crazy. Definitely feels like a little bit more unique of a deck, but definitely not an ordinary deck. Sonora Dinamita? That Lady Dynamite? I have no idea what that translates to. The Hacienda Villager. Advanced Trading Post is interesting. Exotic hardwoods. We do also have the Creoles. Ships a number of powerful musketeers. Allows you to get Spanish musketeers, 9 of them. And you don't have to build soldados. There's a card that turns all your... Oh no, that's Saltieros into soldados. Never mind. Got a number of Saltieros, as well as Advanced Frontier Defenses Fort. This looks like an Age 3, a Fast Fortress deck. Got the French Cuirassiers. And a Veracruz. All the outposts transform into field guns. And artillery gains slightly more line of sight. So you may go heavy defense, and then turn them all into cannon. Our outposts do cost, what, 250 wood? A falconet is, what, 100 wood, 400 coins? So that does give you a 100% value return, and honestly, a single falconet is better than 2 outposts, in my opinion. So we could see some sort of weird turtle play, and then convert them all into outposts? Is that even a thing? It looks like it could be a thing. You guys, the 3 outposts here, go for 2 of these, and I'll give them 7 outposts. As well as a good amount of defense. What's this here? Chapoluke Castle. Probably butchered that. And gives your forts have more line of sight, and inflicts extra damage against heroes. Nothing too significant. Just a slightly better fort card. And so we got French Cuirassiers and Lancers. Here, a build sound. Oh, it's this Explorer up here. He did age up, which could give him some free fishing boats. It's not a bad card in this deck, on this map. There's only fish out of sea, no whales, so probably a good idea. Once you get that shipment of fishing boats, probably a good idea not deploy any more fishing boats. I'm not a big fan of that shipment. It will give you 500 experience, which will be enough for another shipment. It'll also make all your future shipments more expensive. It also does reveals line of sight of all your units, buildings, and temporary reveals. So the extra line of sight could be pretty useful. And let's turn on Fog of War so we get an idea of what he sees and doesn't see. This is what he does and doesn't see. Another trading post there. He is also going for some Chinkos. So this is template give him spies. I don't see any progress bar saying how long it lasts. Not sure how long it lasts. Brings in shipment of villagers. This does give him some extra shipments going, so he can get out the fishermen relatively quickly. At least get a good number of them. And has expired, so that's at least gives him free scout his opponent's base. Now here comes the Chinkos. His opponent does have 2 town centers as Portuguese. They're pretty good against turtling. Villagers are not fully garrisoned town centers, but that's fine enough. And Chinkos won't be able to do much with all these town centers nearby. You may just need to go for Fortress Age and bring some cannon. Settlers not being shipped on in. Bear, the unbearable bear does go down, and Steel will his fragrant cinnamon. Portuguese players aging up with the Ethiopian Queen. Not sure what that gives out. That gives you what, some Shotel warriors, right? He is keeping a shipment available as well. Maybe... Okay, he's going for the town militia. He's going to dig in. Ah, maybe a good idea for the Mexican player to get those 6 fishing boats next. He has not aged up just yet. He is approaching to age up. Looks like he will kill up the monkeys and steal their ginkgo leaves so they can no longer brew tea. You monster. Town watch or town militia now being researched. Now he does have some better town centers and of course conscription. Now he's going for the fishing boats, which will give him 6 fishing boats and a dock. Not sure how many fishing boats he should go for. There's plenty of fish out of sea, so if I were going to throw out any sort of number, don't go past 10 fishing boats. Now it's going to age up with the Sonora. I'm not sure what that is off the top of my head. When I say that Mexico tends to get to age 4 more often to age 3, I am not joking. Elite Shotel Warriors on Opponent Field, they have 200 health and 16 damage, good attack speed, higher attack speed, and of course bit of bonus damage versus light infantry. They are a shock infantry unit. Got a cathedral here, and as well as a hacienda. German Halberdier is being brought on in. Going for state religion. Don't know what that is off the top of my head. Total War is making its way up north. Let's see. Just 8 Cuartos enables them to gather food from herdable animals. American as well. Cuartos are the outlaw unit, right? And Sonora Valleys gives villagers gather from all natural resources and livestock faster, plus 25% gathering rate from all natural resources. That's actually not bad. It also could support cow production later on, or cow collection, which you don't really need to collect cows from any faster. You ought to collect them at a rate of 2. So granted, it's not folding mills. And going for this is a pretty good economic card. 45% faster collection rate from all resources, natural resources. That's pretty good. Not going for any more fishing boats, which is understandable. Maybe a good idea to go for the fishing upgrades, but there's only 6 fishing boats, so maybe not. Somebody could probably take time to math how quickly that would take to repay itself. It's probably not that quick for 6 fishing boats. Howdy, doing good, you? We now have the advanced frontier defenses being shipped on in. That church here, has he got the church card? No, he has not. More villagers, not big surprise. And now we do have the outpost wagons now being pulled out. Of course, it'll be fortified front or frontier outposts, which will give them 45 damage per strike. Bonus damage versus the Total Warriors. He does, of course, have the advanced trading post, so it does have a basic attack. It's still not that great. It may stop in a single unit trying to torch down, and that's about it. And red is going for this outpost here. The Cuartos or the Chincos could quickly torch that down. Dying for some conquistadors. He's not torching that down. Conquistadors will be... Oh, there we go. Now he's trying to torch it down. You realize, hey, wait a second. You're building that. Salty arrows now being employed in the field. I am not sure why the fishing boat's gone so far in the center there rather than falling up the coastline. We do not have a fort being shipped on by the Mexican player. We got a good number of frontier outposts on the field. Looks like we got, what, 4? There are 5 on the field. Basically, we'll start preparing him for the plan of Veracruz. Oh, right now they're doing 49 damage. I thought it was 45. Either way, that's a pretty good amount of damage. Got some organ guns here, as well as some mills. He could go for some more huntables down here, but he's just trying to turtle in. And we got now a caravel deploying the field. Is there actually? Yep, we do have a dock here. Yep, I stream Age of Empires 3 every Friday right now. Additionally, I have plenty of replays and previous casts if you want to take a look, and they will be in 4K 60 FPS. We now have the whatever that word is, a manor. Is that the church research? Yep, that's probably the church research. Don't know all the church research at the top of my head. And now the fish boats are under siege. Saltierdos trying to engage the ship. They reached that far. The caravel has 20 range. Saltieros have 18. Sounds like there's a ship over there. We've got now a sloop being put on the field. E-Man sloop versus Sal Brias, the caravel. See 800 health, 75 damage to attack speed versus 750 health, 110 damage, and 22 and 3 attack speed. So it's like the caravel does have higher DPS and health. So it looks like the caravel will win a fight in a 1v1 fight. You now have H4, the Mexican player, going for the Guanajuato, however you pronounce that. And now we do also have the Jesuit veteran training, so it's going for some conquistadors. Fishing boat, the fishing boat, it will be shot down or sunk. Shipment is also available. Maybe for the factories. Portuguese designed for the King's Musketeers. Not familiar with that one. Usually, Portuguese deploy out Caçadores. I'm not sure how the King's Musketeers is. Let's find that villager there. She will be gunned down. More of these mills now being built. Has a good number of organ guns and the one culverin. There is not being deployed on out. And we now got the H up. The whatever that name of that state was. All Hacienda upgrades are free and research instantly. That is very nice. If it's researched instantly and they're free, might as well just set them to active. Seriously, this should be just set to active rather than instantly and for free. You also got Our Lady of the Light. It gives you Cathedral Wagon. Cathedrals generate experience at a much faster rate. So plus 100% experience, plus 1 build on the Cathedral. So that'll give you 2 times 2 experience, so 4 experience. Now I've got the improved fort, gain increased sight range of 100%. Enable snipe explorers, and also got the fast deployment of the factory. Books have been collected. Fuerte de Guadalupe and Fuerte de San Miguel and Town Center. Portuguese player is currently cooking up food at a rate of 1.11 per minute second, which is not bad. Actually pretty good. I wonder, was there a church upgrade that improved the food collection rate? That seems a little bit higher at the moment. Either way, got more of the forts going up. If one of the church upgrades improves food collection rate, that wouldn't be half bad. We of course got some of the ordnance riflemen being employed on out, which are the musketeers. Ordnance riflemen are a light infantry unit, so they are a variation of the Cossar, I'm guessing. They actually are dirt cheap, aren't they? They have crossbowman range, so but they do have skirmisher multipliers. So a weird light infantry unit, to say the least. I first thought they were a counter skirmisher. Puertos or Chicos do take out those orc guns. Got Saltieros engaging. Halberds getting ripped apart. They also deploying out very, very rapidly. Or those ordnance pikemen. Massive round of ordnance pikemen being put on the field. So we got some sort of mass spam there. They do also have 51 torch damage, so there's a very, very good amount of torch damage. This fort can't get quickly torched them down with this much firepower. Conquistadors can do some good work against them, as well as the Saltieros. Fort is going down very rapidly. Musketeers are starting to go down as well. These cavalry needs to fall back this direction. They can't really engage those pikemen in melee. Got some soldados on the field, which are a pretty heavy musketeer. Those lose that outpost there. Falcon that's being deployed on out. That should be very effective against the current composition. But we got some heavy cannons back here now, as well as another factory, or a factory for the Portuguese. And the Mexican player is eyeing for heavy cannon. Heavy cannon will be very particularly good against all these ordnance units. They will annihilate them in formations. Ordnance units are, of course, a cheap. They have low base health. They're a cheap, spammable variation of the units. Taking some damage there. More Chinacos from Plum Field. It's going for a good number of culverins. Yeah, it's going for a mix of. There's a steam powered shuriken. What, more heavy cannon? No, that's mass production. That's the coin increase. So you want some mix factories. Conquistadors do offer a little bit of AoE damage, could be very useful. Thank you. One heavy cannon gets sniped there. The other one took some damage. There's some Chinkos getting a nice ambush spawn onto that heavy cannon. And those culverins are basically useless now. Front does torch down that stable. Soldados or Saltieros and the Conquistadors getting some good damage. Oh, and now we've got a revolt. It's the Mexican player revolting to, is that Chile or Texas? It is Texans. Going for heavy cannon production, of course. He has a bunch of stuff here, but let's focus on the factory being on the fire. He does not have a replacement factory here. This is for refortification, so losing a factory is a permanent loss. And he saves the factory for health. Holy crap. Now we do have a Texan fort. Let's see. All forts now slowly train units in batches of units for free. Not bad. Let's see. I'm not sure what that card is. Oh, there's that card. Texan forts. The Alamo gets 60 Minutemen when destroyed. Your fortifications spawn Minutemen. They probably still degrade over time. Let's see. Inspiring Flag now provides much water area, provides hit points. Texan Marines, Minutemen upgraded Texan Marines no longer lose hit points over time, deals more damage. Of course, he does have now the US Minutemen big button. After all this, Revolt is basically a US variation. It is keep back his Shnakos in the background because it doesn't need them to engage this unit. Now the light infantry is starting to be overran. The Shnakos can do some good work there. There's not the Calabros upgrade available. Volunteers are coming forward. There's variation state militia, so they have the horde health bonus. So we got dirt cheap versus dirt cheap. Of course, he does lose all his villagers. I think he has 2 fishing boats remaining. Texan fort he's at 3 out of 3, so he has a good amount of free unit production. There's the other forts. The generals currently building them, and now we've got more forts being put on the field. That is a lot of forts. 11 plus 5, so we're going to have 5 forts in the field. That's a lot of free units. Gets a good volleys there. Heavy cannons will report the ordnance units quite easily. Shanakos could advance. These are light infantry, not heavy infantry. Does have the conquistadors here as well. They can help. Heavy cannon gets focused down by the culverins. And all those ordnance units do go down. He's going for Culverin Royales. We do now have a large number of Order Knights out on the field. I'm not sure where they came from. So, and they are in fact a mercenary light cavalry. They offer a good attack speed. Maybe I actually don't know what's special about them. They are pretty healthy, but they don't seem too particularly great. Yeah, they just got annihilated there. More ordnance units on the field. The Portuguese player has a massive amount of food, has plenty of food, just needs a lot more wood for the ordnance units. Ordnance pikemen are not really going to be effective at this location. Heavy cannon push way forward. Does get a good hit there. Now got more heavy cannons over here. He definitely needs more Culverins Royales. Well, another factory. I'm not sure what else he should deploy on the field. These forces moving up north. These conquistadors they do less damage versus villagers. Pikemen push way forward. Heavy cannon goes down. And looks like Red does back of the game as well. Just didn't probably balance his economy. Needed more wood and or coin production. Either way, this Angry is saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Oops. First game gives me indication this may not be a great replay. Either way, let's go and get started. A little bit sensitive there. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another I can't speak. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another H-Bars 3 replay. As well on the south side as the Red French, we have Burning Rock with no K. Swan north side as the Blue Germans, we have Hammer PH, who also doesn't have a K in his name. As I selected a deck just yet, when it comes to natives and map, we do have the House of Yagalon to give you access to the Lepkar Tatars and the Shock Rider, as well as the House of Vaza, which gives you access to the Royal Arquebus and the Winged Hussar, and some Torps. Additionally, the House of Yagalon does have a big button here, which I believe people do not utilize enough. The balance of powers to equalize your resources. So I feel like so many times I've seen somebody lose the game, they have a massive amount of resources in one of the stockpiles, but they have the House of Yagalon, but never the balance of power to redistribute the resource to the other resources in order to, well, use the stockpile.
Votre ordre?
We do have decks selected here, the land deck. Looks like it's going to be cavalry focus. Got the attack, hit points, and cavalry combat. We also got the Royal Musketeers. And some cannon stuff. For the Germans, no decks selected just yet. German shipments take a little bit longer. But it is pretty safe assumption that the German players will get Uhlans. Probably going to select a deck and get a shipment of settler wagons, I'm guessing. I guessed correctly. Oh, what's this card? Prince Electors. Oh yeah, summon the Elector counts. Wait, wrong game. That's Total War Warhammer. Ships a royal embassy, which may allow you to choose a German royal house as an ally, as a recruit and upgrade those units. You get the Hanover, Habsburg, Oldenburg, Witten, or Wilkenbach. I think Habsburg is some more interesting one, getting access to mounted riflemen, or what's it called, mounted riflemen or mounted infantry. One's a mercenary, one's a native. Either way, they're both heavy range cavalry, which is a weird thing, because not many units are heavy range cavalry. So, seeing the French deck has a lot of cavalry focus here, we're probably going to see some dragoons, so maybe they're not going to be that too great. You're going to, just based on this deck here, I just see it just screams cavalry. Looks like he may go for a dragoon skirmisher with some cuirassiers mixed on in. That's what I'm guessing is composition. So mounted infantry could be very useful against the skirmishers. Won't be good against the cuirassiers. I think actually they just do bonus damage against infantry while having regular attack against cavalry. Can't remember on top of my head. Heavy range cavalry is always a weird unit. Local doggo starting to be gunned on down, and he will kill these wolves and steal the Polish wing hussars that were planning to ride in the combat. You monster. If you just destroyed their dreams. Red is moving around. We'll cull down that witch hunter and steal his lucky coin. Guess I wasn't too lucky. We do not have the quartermaster being selected on in, and this one's going to be much more creative, the quartermaster. Hunting doggos researched by, I think, the Frenchman, and going for placard or gang Saul. Has another shipment available. Probably could go for some couriers. Royal Fencing School is not bad, but he's going for couriers. Get that economy rolling. Red's Explorers here. He's going to kill this unbearable bear. Urosos Aractos. I think that's the scientific name. Though it may be misspelled, seeing it, I see both Aractos twice. I may be mistaken though. French musketeers not being employed on out. Elk being gunned on down. We also got some shipments here, not fully cover all these resources. German player I just realized something as well. I've been so focused on this first card there, but I didn't really take a look at all the rest of the cards. This is weird. It's the serious deck, but this is weird. No coin shipment, got 2 wood shipments. And it does get the landwares alternative. Cavalry combat for those war wagons. Gives let's see, replaces war wagons in your stable and home city with naturalized Wukambulak Shavalugars. All Prince Shavalugars can be trained, upgraded. Also ships a number of Shavalugars. Gives them 8 of them. Costs 500 food. Has access to a fort, Germantown. Spanish training school. All cavalry moves faster thanks to our Spanish training. Not bad. Polish winged hussars. Another fort. And guild artisans. Not really sure what to make of this deck. It has, of course, 2 forts and some other things, unique things. It's definitely eyeing for cavalry, but also has a number of infantry cards as well, like the Schrinhurst reforms. Uhlans move around. Got a number of musketeers brought by the French. And the Germans started to age on up. Needs a little more coin. The French is nowhere near ready to age on up. Up north, we do have some, was it Hussars? Yep, a handful of Hussars. Villagers backing on off. 1 or 2 may get killed on off. The old ladies. 1 lady does go down. Settler wagon taking some good hits there. Settler wagons have range resist rather than melee resist like villagers. Does inside town center in time. Town center is of course firing away. 1 of them does go down. Down south got the Hussars finding opportunity. French player was not paying enough attention, and now the Uhlans gain some great damage. The French villagers do offer decent guns. They could have fired some volleys there. It doesn't take too much to kill off Uhlans. They have less health than a Hussar. So a bit of oversight there. Try to utilize the Second Amendment. Great coat being researched. We do now have the German player can age on up. He actually has a lot of resources to age up with. A lot of coin at least. Try to go for another villager there. He's not paying attention. Or no, another Doppelin soldier. And he's not getting villagers, not aging up. He may be a little bit unaware. Can't get a settler. He has enough resources to age up. And there's age up there. We do have the Sergeant at Arms, which I think will give you some halberdiers or Doppelin soldiers. We've been mistaken about that. Hunting doggos and a very fine coat being researched. Doppelin soldiers now being researched. Got these Uhlans finding opportunity to gauge these villagers once again. Does get a nice fall there, though the villagers are getting hit hard. Uhlans are pretty good raiding cat. They offer more damage and less health compared to other than Hussars. And up north, we do have these horses push forward, torch down some housing. The German player needs that housing, going for around a crossbowman. Crossbowmen don't really have great anti-heavy multipliers. They're more of a soft counter than a hard counter. And we've got these Uhlans up north, or Hussars engaging some of these villagers, ripping them apart. Both sides losing a good number of villagers. Militia now pulling the field. Looks like this one went down to 1 health, and or pretty close to 1 health, and got degraded down to 1 health. Those Huzzars still getting some good damage there. Villagers have good melee damage compared to gunfire. And here comes the Dolphin soldiers. It's down to 17 villagers versus 23. It's hard for me to estimate how similar they are versus French villagers instead of wagons. Uhlans do get gunned on down. More French musketeers being shipped on in, and economic theory.
Yeah.
Militia get a good volley there. Take a lot of free damage there when they only go down when they're down to 1 health each. German player has 2 shipments available, going for nothing at the moment. Needs more food, has plenty of coin at the moment, so maybe he's also not going for villagers at the moment. He could go for the 4th then? Ah, my voice is starting to crack up. The 4th could be a possibility. Red's pulling out proxy barracks. French can now age on up. Dolphin soldier getting some good damage there. They have 2 AoE, so they're pretty good melee variant.
Bonjour.
Red is gunning down a good number of villagers there. And now this house is being under siege as well. Down south, more forces. Villagers picked up some resources. Musketeers moving around. The German players now utilizing shipments, being a shipment of skirmishers. Very good idea against the musketeers. And does, of course, get some free Uhlans go along with it. I also got some Hussars here. The crossbow going on down. You're going to have to rely on the Uhlans to gauge those Hussars. That does gun down that 1 Hussar there. Uhlans need to start hitting those Hussars. Skirmishers getting some good damage. You need to make sure they're hitting the Musketeers. Musketeers turned to bayonet mode. Very nice, but they had no real support. Now got another round of Uhlans there, so he has a good number of Uhlans. He may not have seen those units, so they come in for a pretty nasty raid.
All right.
Skirmishers and Uhlans before. We'll find this forward barracks here. If the Uhlans are focused on the Hussars, very, very good. And the Uhlan is taking some fire there. Skirmishers pushing forward, getting some good damage. These Uhlans are now making their way down south, trying to raid some more villagers. There's a good number of targets there. Don't torch down stuff. Go for the villagers. Go for the gold. I mean, go for the silver mine. And now we do have the couriers starting going down. German player has not been maintaining good villager production. He's at 16 versus opponents 26. Good number of musketeers on the build queue. Now there's a round of Royal Musketeers. They do have the charge attack, which will hope be very useful. And now got the militia to one out as well. Uhlans will end up back on off. The French now on 25 villagers versus opponents 17. German player has 1 shipment available.
Auftrag.
Got these forces pushing way forward.
Bereit. Auftrag. Ja.
Got 9 Ulans. They'll spot this force here. He knows he hasn't destroyed this infrastructure. Got a good number of skirmishers. The French player is still not aged up, so these skirmishers are going to be very effective. Right now, honestly, going for some falconets wouldn't hurt the German player. Of course, he does not have access to the ×2 falconet shipment. Germans just don't get access to that shipment. And the skirmishers are making way up north. That's probably not great. The Hussars will find a great opportunity to hit them. And these villagers are trying to ride for the coin mine. He queued them, moved them forward, I believe. Now may receive a bit of fire. Settler wagon's backing off. They got these villagers still collecting up mine coin right there. That's not exactly great. Ulan's now engaging the Hussars. Hussars sort of dancing around trying to hit those skirmishers. I think Blue will win out the fight, but those Hussars will cause some issues for him. The Ulans have gone down, so those handful of Hussars can cause some big issues. Crossbow shipment for the French. Should probably either another shipment something. You know, German player may not actually win this fight. Yep, those Hussars managed to just win him the fight. Got more musketeers and some town militia way forward. Gunning down these villagers. More skirmishers being pulled up by the German. He needs some anti-cav. 4 wagons would be good. Maybe the shipment of the Bavarian cavalry. He's going for a deployment of 3 Doppeln soldiers from Age 2. That's probably not good. I think he should go for the princely Bavarian Gravelugers. He's fighting against musketeers, so the light cavalry will do just fine against them. As well, it'll be very effective versus those Hussars. Does save the war wagons. Got around a pikeman. He did need that. The pikeman just getting gunned down due to good micro. There's the Doppeln soldiers. They're a nice halberdier variant, but 3 + 2 Ulans not great for all those musketeers. We also got a deployment of some crossbowmen here. So he does have some defense in the region. Does gun down that one there. More skirmishers being hit. Was that another barracks in the back line? You also now have a pair of falconets, exactly what he needs to gun down these units. Falconets firing away. Getting some damage. A little bit spread out shots. Doesn't take another shot there. Hussars up here. Ulan's not engaging. Both of them not upgraded. German players going for some pikemen. The French are eyeing for more Hussars. Ulans do go down there. Cross or musketeers push forward. Pikemen trying to engage those Hussars, very nice. And the skirmisher will get some good damage. And the villagers, he's helping. Falconets do go down there. Very good pick there by the French, but he will lose everything else. The German player does have no shim available, going for Vlog Flu, which is a pretty good ride in Roller Coaster Tycoon. And now the pikemen can just quickly torch down everything here. Got some French villagers in the region. They'll be repeatedly stabbed by a bunch of pointy sticks. Over here, looks like the Alpine soldiers do find some of these villagers. We do have some of the French villagers getting hacked apart. A lot of heavy melee units. French villagers do have range resist rather than melee resist, so the melee damage was going to be quite effective. Additionally, in comparison to regular villagers versus French villagers, they actually have roughly the same durability against melee attacks.
Yeah.
Hussar getting some damage here, but he will be gunned down largely thanks to the couriers. Pikemen ripping apart those Hussars. Got some Musketeers. Musketeers are better in melee combat than the pikemen. 13 damage versus just 9, but they do have 2 range, which is a bit more niche. More German pikemen. Got another barracks now being employed on the field. German player is pretty close to aging up. Needs a bit more coin, however. He has no villagers on coin. The French has age 3. Haven't been paying attention to that. We do now have some skirmishers being played on the field, also some cuirassiers. Falcon has being shipped in by the French now, and he has 2,000 food and not a lot of coin. He needs to get more villagers on coin. Take half the villagers off of the food and put them onto a nearby coin deposit for now, I would say. And both players have villages in the center of the map. More skirmishers and more pikemen being pulled up by the German. He's not on the age up. He has pretty much no coin income. He is going to go for a shipment of wood and coin. A shipment of coin will give him almost enough coin to age up as well. And some Uhlans. Now how the amalgamation being researched. Cuirassiers making their way up north. They will rip apart these villagers. They offer a 2 AoE attack. Looks like they may be out of vision range. Nope. Just out of attack engagement range. Villagers now going to get ripped apart by the Cuirassiers. Skirmishers now falling on back. Villagers have not responded, and he's going to lose all of these villagers. That is a good number of them down, including some good number of settler wagons. He does have access to German towns for replacements. Great falconet hits there. Musketeers and skirmishers push way forward. German explorer does go down there. Uhlans push right forward. And there goes those Uhlans. But it's there on the settler wagons. skirmishers firing away, gain some good damage. Another good round of pikemen, which he's not fighting against any cavalry in this region, so pikemen are pretty much worthless here. Though they will do some good damage with the falconets, but they should be trying to engage. Trying to engage the falconets now. One falconet does go down, the other one stay alive. And Red Star has a good number of musketeers here. Does take out a good volley of skirmishers there. And harassers engage some more villagers, and looks like the German player does back the game now. This is Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. As I mentioned beforehand, my voice was starting to go out in that during that cast, so I'm going to end the stream early today and rest my voice. Everyone, thank you for watching, have a good evening, and get some good rest.